So here I am at Østerbro with the Sony A6000 and the Sigma 16mm 1.4, which is equivalent to a 24mm lens on a full frame body. I haven't really been using this lens for street photography, so I thought it would be nice to see how it performs. And actually Østerbro was not a part of Copenhagen I know that well, so it was like being in a new city, a grey and dull city that is. For some reason the pigeons got scared of something, so they kept flying around, which makes the scene a little bit more interesting to look at. Also with this funky tree here, but really nothing special. So during this photo walk I tried to take a lot of corner shots of some of the different facades. First of all, because I'm really fascinated about the way these old buildings were decorated in so many different ways, but also because I'm thinking about making a short or a reel with a collection of these building corner photos. I like this street, but I think a longer focal length would have served it better. Walking down the street, I am constantly searching for interesting subjects or compositions, but I really found it hard on this photo walk. The fire hose had some sort of interest to it. I think it works better with the female in the photo though. I had actually turned off the action cam because I was not satisfied with the area, so I was saving the battery, but I like the symmetry here with the person and I rushed to start the recording to capture it. A couple of not so great shots. I think I get some better shots at the end of the walk, so stick through. This happens that you just need to push through the bad shots, like you are kickstarting your brain to see the good frames. Framing the photos like this works really great, I think. Again, I would have liked a bit more reach on the lens, which is one of the things I'm missing on the A6000, because on my A7 III I have the ability to crop in a bit so I get a zoom without a zoom lens. But you just have to work with what you got. I really like the second one here. There's a lot of cool elements in this photo, with the car in the foreground, the darker area to the left with the cool ice cream poster, the woman in the area of the gold triangle, and the dramatic sky and the lit brick wall. You might have seen my short about this shot. If not, I essentially spotted the yellow wall, which piqued my interest. As I got down the street here, I saw this girl smoking weed in the window, which made for some cool shots. So I asked her if she was okay, then I photographed her.
Hallo, kan jeg tage et billede, når du sidder der? Må jeg tage et billede, når du sidder der? Det var lidt sjovt.
If I had only been able to capture her face a bit closer, that would have made a great street portrait, I think. I tried to pull out some structure and color in the sky on some of the shots, because the grey sky really gets boring to look at. Another corner facade picture. Copenhagen is not that charming during this time of the year, so I was a bit challenged to get some good shots, I think. But let me know what you thought about the photo walk. This door was really cool, but it was way too close to capture it in a nice way. So I tried to take a couple of shots and do a bit of photo stacking. It is a little crooked, but I hope you get the beauty of the door anyway. Some more facades here. This have a cool feeling, I think, with the hair in her face. I have a bad habit. I play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and I had to restock on energy before it ran out. It is a bit embarrassing, so don't tell it to anyone. That is a funky but really misplaced building, but I really like the tones of the edit here. It really was a boring scenery on most of the photo walk this day. The symmetry between the building and the sky works out great here, I think. I like the shots here under the railroad as well, even though it is a little bit messy with all the fences and stuff floating around in the scene. The light here was really cool on the train. I don't think I really captured that great. Also, 2 of these photos are the only ones in the whole photo walk that were not graded with my go-to Sony preset called Copenhagen Daylight. I sell the go-to preset as a single preset and also as a part of my preset pack. You can check it out if you like. I got really captivated by this crane here, so I tried to frame it differently to tell the story about the construction sites. The staircase here I think is kind of cool though. It has a New York kind of look to it. I can imagine taking some really cool portraits on this one. The area I'm coming up to now is called Nordhavn. It is a newer part of Copenhagen. To me it has a feeling of being abroad, like in southern Spain or something like that. But it is also a bit under construction still, which is not so pretty.
Hej, du er nysgerrig?
Dogs are really funny. I actually really like this photo. I'm not sure why, but I guess I like the person being framed in front of this pretty building. So I think I was still struggling a bit here to get some better shots, but it gets better in a bit because of the way the light hit the streets here. What do you think about this area? Does it look like Copenhagen to you? It's like a mashup of so many different building styles. I think where this lens shines in a street photo scenario is when you get down low and shoot upwards. It is not so great for more standard shots, but again, that might just be my preference towards the telephoto focal length for street photos. What do you think so far? As I said in my last video about what gear I use, I actually like the mid-range or telephoto lenses for street photography, because you get the ability to get more tight on your subject and, for instance, catch people's faces. So this is really not my favorite setup. The silo building here contains the German embassy so far as I know. That's a funky looking embassy. I really like the color play and tones here. You cannot see this on the action cam, but I'm looking upwards to see if I can find some sort of cool patterns on the building. This is not that bad either. The area here had a oyster theme to it that was pretty funny. My camera is dying on me now, as I thought I should go down to the water and capture the waterfront. I did take a couple of shots on my phone, but it just isn't the same to me as holding a camera. So I decided to call it quits and treat myself with a cappuccino and a brownie. Thanks for sticking by and watching my photo walk. If you have any questions, ideas or thoughts, please let me know in the comments. I love to hear what you think. Also, I have done some polls lately on the channel and it seems the majority of you are more into photo than video and more into the Sony A6000 than the Sony A7 III. I will keep this in my mind when I come up with content for the channel, but I'm not letting totally go either of video
I'm getting lucky tonight.
or the Sony A7 III. Anyways guys, I'm heading back home to get some warmth and spend the rest of the day with my family. Take care and I will see you around. Bye.